Hello and welcome to my channel, and we are filming another reading vlog. So if you don't know, if you didn't watch the first one, basically we are doing what I'm calling my shelf by shelf challenge, in which I'm trying to read every book on this first shelf, not the top shelf, but this first in shelf, in order that they appear on my shelf without changing anything and blah blah blah. If you want to hear like the official rules, I explain it more in the first vlog, so go check that out. But last week I read 2 books, so we're gonna play a little bit of catch up right now so that I can let y'all know where we're up to. So I have read Fountains of Silence previously. This is the last, I'm sorry you can't really see it, but I have read that one. I've read Gallant. Not gonna read that one because that's Benson's book. And last week we read Clash of Steel and Oddity, which means the next book on my list is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. So this week I'm aiming for 3 books. I'm aiming for In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, Children of Blood and Bone, which I still have not read, as well as Rabbits. I do have audiobooks for both Children of Blood and Bone and Rabbits on standby, so hopefully I'll be able to get through all 3 of those this week and maybe even continue, but we'll see, because I do work quite a bit in the next couple of weeks and I'm closing for pretty much all of my shifts, which sucks, but I'm still hoping to get through as much as I can. I did start In My Dreams I Hold a Knife yesterday. We're basically following Jessica, who is recounting her story both in present day and in past day about a college friend who was murdered and another friend who was convicted or was accused of her murder. And basically we're showing the past and what actually happened versus now that they are all meeting up for their college reunion. So far we'll see. I'm a little wary of it because I don't typically love books that have that element of time thing. Yeah. The dual timelines is what I should say. I don't typically love books like that just because I always prefer one timeline over the other, so that when the chapters skip, I don't particularly care about one, and I have a feeling I'm gonna care more about the past timeline than I do about the present. So we'll see. And I'm hoping it doesn't go into the direction that I think it's gonna go already, because that would just be super obvious. So I'm hoping this book actually surprises me, because there have been some plot twists in the last 2 books that I definitely saw coming that I'm not sure if you were supposed to see coming or not. But it's gonna be an interesting week. Like I said, I have work mainly all week, so I don't think there's anything too fun we're gonna get up to. Maybe a walk or 2. Benson and I are going out to we're definitely going out to dinner. We might be going out to lunch at some point today. But other than that, there really isn't much going on. It's a pretty rainy, groggy day. Alright, it's probably like an hour or 2 later. And I have been reading In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I'm about 65 pages in. And I think I've realized that I'm not in the mood for a dramatic thriller right now. I'm not in the mood for college dramatics. I think I'm gonna wait on this until I can get an audiobook. I just put one on hold from my library. I usually listen to the 2 genres that I listen to best in audio form are thrillers and nonfiction. So I'm gonna wait until I can get an audiobook of this. I did just put a hold on my library. So I'm gonna use one of my saves. I do have, if you didn't watch the first one, I do have 2 saves, or the first vlog. I am allowing myself to DNF whatever. I have to unhaul it, but I am allowed 2 saves. So I'm going to use one of my 2 on this one and just read it another time, hopefully during spooky season. But the next one, so that means the next one on my shelf is Children of Blood and Bone, which I do have an audiobook from my library, so I'm going to be jumping into that at some point today. We do have quite a few plans, so I still don't know how much reading I'm going to get done today, but with audiobooks I am sometimes able to snag some listening time at work. Other than that's pretty much where I stand right now. Not too much more going on today. We are, like I said, we're going out to dinner, not going out to lunch. Benson's got some stuff he has to work on. I gotta approve some videos that he has uploaded. Yeah, and in between I will be listening to my audiobook and getting some more progress made on this shelf. Hello, it is now Thursday. I believe the last time I spoke to you was Monday, and I have not done very much besides work. I actually ended up going into work early yesterday, so it was like a 9.5-hour shift. They wanted me to do the same thing today, but I told them no. 2 9.5-hour days in a row just don't work for me. Like I said, not much has happened, except I have finished 2 books. I finished Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and this has been, I cannot tell you how fulfilling it feels to finally have said that I read this. I read this once, almost the entire way through. I had maybe less than 100 pages left, I think in 2018, something along those lines. But I was reading it towards the end of the year. I think like a new year started and I just wanted to start fresh, so I didn't ever end up continuing this until now. And I will say, I think I would have enjoyed this a lot more if it hadn't been, just talking to a disembodied head, hold on. If it hadn't been so hyped up, I probably would have enjoyed this so much more than I did. Unfortunately, I think I just gave this a 3-star, and that seems about right. Might be keeping this on my shelf. It all depends on Benson. I am going to take it off of the main shelf though, so I think I just might end up putting this on a desk or something to see what Benson plans on doing, if he plans on reading it or not. I'm still going to continue on with the second one. I do want to see where the story goes, but I've heard the second one is so much worse than the first one. So if I have these feelings about this one now, I don't have very high hopes for the second one. And then yesterday I pretty much listened to the entirety of the audiobook for Rabbits by Terry Miles. I almost said Mills. Terry Miles. And basically this is about this elusive or exclusive game called Rabbits. No one really knows the rules, just that it's a mysterious game, and whoever wins gets their heart's most greatest desire. And the game is back, and something's wrong with it, and our main character, Kay, is recruited to figure out what is going wrong with the game. And this was really interesting. This was really solid. Probably won't reread it, so it might be going off of my shelf unless Benson plans on reading it. Just because I feel like this is one of those books that you can only read through and enjoy once, and you probably could reread it multiple times to fully understand everything, because there's a lot of math and science conversations that go into this. So you probably could, but I enjoyed it a lot the first time, and I don't think I would get that same enjoyment out of it reading it a second time. So I did enjoy this. We'll be waiting to see if Benson is interested. Otherwise, I might give this to Connor, because I think Connor would really like this one. And this morning, I started 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. This is a Greek myth, or yeah, a myth retelling of the Trojan Wars. Yeah, the Trojan War, following the perspective of the women. And I'm really loving this so far. I think it's beautifully written. I'm about 105 pages in. I'm hoping to make it to page 170 by today, because then I'll officially hit the halfway point. But like I said, I got work, so we'll see if that happens. And like I said, I'm really enjoying this. I think this is really beautiful and poetic, and I don't know if I'm really meshing with. See, I was expecting the writing to be like more lyrical, and I think that's the only problem that I have with this so far. Otherwise, it is gorgeous. It is completely told by the perspective of the women and what happened to them afterwards, because we know the stories of the majority of the men and everything, but we don't really know what happened to, or for the most part, what happened to the women afterwards. So I love this so much so far. I cannot wait to continue on. I do have to upload a video today. Benson has been on my case about me getting everything completely uploaded and completely caught up lately, which like sucks, because I'm trying to tell him just to chill out a little bit, because we're almost completely caught up. I have 2 more videos left to be completely caught up, but he ain't having it. So I'm gonna go do that, and then hopefully get to page 170 by today and finish this between like at some point this weekend, because I do have tomorrow off. So we'll see what I end up doing. Maybe depending on the weather, I'll go for a walk or something. Otherwise, I'm almost up to my goal. So pretty much what's happened, I've already read all of these minus In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, which I'll talk about a little bit at some point, because I'm still debating unhauling that and not keeping it on my shelf. But I have already read Razor Blade Tears, Blacktop Wasteland, Piranesi, and House in the Cerulean Sea. And my goal was only to make it up to the second stack. So once I finish 1,000 Ships and Under a Whispering Door, I have made my goal for the month. And obviously I'll still continue with this shelf, but I'm feeling really good. It's only the 8th of September. We'll see how much I can progress. I will say there are a couple books on the other end of this shelf that Benson and I were planning on reading together. So I don't know if I'm going to make him read books with me, or if I will read them myself before I read them with him, or if I'll just skip them for this video's sake. I think that would be okay. Otherwise, I will check in with you later on tonight, and see ya. I have officially gotten back from work. It was a long ass day. I was gonna read some of this on my break today, but then kind of TMI, but not really TMI. The zipper on my pants broke, so I had to buy new jeans, and that ended up with me shopping the entire store. So that was fun. I didn't get like a lot of things, but I did indulge in the Disney Doorables, which like I've already opened them, but in case you want to see, I got Snow White, Benson's favorite princess. She's scented. She smells like apples.
Wow, a shitty scent, just like her movie.
And I got Hercules, Roz from Monsters Inc. I'm pretty sure this is like Silver Mist from the Tinkerbell movies. I only watched the first Tinkerbell movie, and It was alright. I have opinions, but we won't share those right now. And I got Felix from Wreck-It Ralph.
Maybe you can fix Snow White's terrible issues.
Oh my goodness, would you let it go?
Like her movie.
And I'm also technically on a book buying ban. But Benson's a bad influence, and he convinced me to get this. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. This is apparently the official sequel to The Nightmare Before Christmas. So, I'm really excited to read this one eventually at some point, hopefully during this spooky season. And I was going to get Jeanette McCurdy's book. We had a couple copies of it earlier in the week, but unfortunately I wasn't able to grab it because we ran out. But I will be getting that eventually. But you said you wanted to read it, right, babe?
Yeah. I like Jeanette. I can respect the hustle. Pretty excited for it.
That's pretty much what I've been up to all day. And I'm not going to get any reading done tonight either because Benson and I are going to watch a couple of, well, probably, maybe I will read some after he goes to bed, but otherwise we're just going to chill and watch some Winnie the Pooh because I'm a child and it's my comfort show.
Well, more specifically, Book of Pooh.
Yes,
the good one, the best one.
Yes, we're going to watch Book of Pooh because I'm a child and it's my comfort show.
It's the best Winnie the Pooh show.
Yeah.
Quite literally, it's puppets and it's great.
So really, it's just going to be a lot of footage of me and a dog, and I might end up going to visit Benson while he's at work tomorrow morning and bringing him a tea, but we'll see. So I took Children of Blood and Bone off this main shelf. We're going to keep it for a while longer, see what Benson decides if he wants to read it at any point or not. Rabbits, I think we're going to take off. And I'm probably going to give that to Connor because I think he'd really like that. That way, I'm sure Connor would let Benson borrow it if he ever decided he wanted to read it. I've been thinking about this on and off for the last couple days. About... the fuck is that?
Truck.
About what I wanted to do with In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. About whether I wanted to keep it or unhaul it. And my thought is... so I like thrillers, but I don't read them a ton. And usually when I finish thrillers, unless it's like a really special circumstance, I don't usually reread them. So I'm thinking even if I do read or listen to the audiobook of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, I probably won't end up keeping it on my shelf anyway. So I think I'm just going to end up unhauling that one. I don't think I'm going to take back my save because I did use it. And honestly, there's like nothing else on the shelf that I think I'm going to end up needing to use my save on. So I think it's okay to not take back my save. But I am going to unhaul In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I'm pretty sure that is all I needed to update you on. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. It is the next day. I actually did end up going for a walk and I brought Benson a tea and some lunch. I meant to vlog it and then I just didn't. Maui just went for a walk with Benson's sister's girlfriend a little while ago, so I might take Bear on one later today because he didn't get to go. Yeah, but I actually have gotten some reading done. I wouldn't say too much. I downloaded the audiobook for 1,000 Ships just to have something to listen to on my walk, and I got a little over halfway, so I've officially reached the 50% mark. And yeah, I might read a little more today. Right now I'm just catching up on BookTube and I'm supposed to upload a video, which I'll do before Benson gets home. Other than that, I'm just chilling with the dogs right now, watching some BookTube. Gavin just uploaded his latest in his Goosebumps series where he's reading all of the books in the Goosebumps series. Yeah, so I'm watching that. Just chilling downstairs with the puppers. And this is pretty much how I'm going to be spending my day. I don't think we have too many plans. Benson might stream tonight, so we shall see. It is officially Sunday night, and I was planning on ending this vlog yesterday because not much has happened. not much is going to happen. It's been a really long weekend. I actually did a double yesterday. Pretty sure this is the first official weekend that football is back on, or American football is back on. So it was crazy today as well. I did, however, yesterday finish 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. I enjoyed it. I think it was a solid 3-star. There was a part in the middle where I'm not sure if it was just me not wanting to pick it up or it really was just that boring. But there was a part in the middle where I was kind of bored, and I ended up finishing the rest of it on audio while I was at work doing our inbound, which is basically just sorting boxes and to put product onto the floor. So yeah, I liked it. It was a pretty solid read. Gorgeous cover, and I will be keeping it on my shelf for now. It is still yet to be decided if it's gonna stay or unhaul. Like, the whole point of this series or these vlogs is to try and get the books that I want to read read on my shelf and then decide whether or not I want to unhaul them. And honestly, I think I'm doing pretty decently at that. Like, this whole section has been cleared off and then a little bit in the middle. So I'm really proud of the progress that I made, and I've actually have made it to my goal. So what I wrote, first of all, Cheshire Cat keeps falling and I'm not a fan. But I wanted to make it to the second stack. And after I finish Under the Whispering Door, which I have started today and am really enjoying, it's making me want to reread House in the Cerulean Sea, but I'm holding off on it so that I can keep reading as much as possible, or continue as much as possible on this shelf. But I am really enjoying this, and I can't wait to finish it. But really, that was my goal, and I have no doubt that I'm gonna finish this before the end of the month. So I have already made my goal, and I honestly, there is definitely no way I'm gonna finish the entirety of the rest of these at all. Like, I'm not holding out hope for that, because that was 27 books on my shelf, but I'm still incredibly proud of the progress I made. It is only the 11th. I have the entire rest of the month to read as many of these as I can, and I'm pretty proud of that. So no matter how the rest of the month goes, I'm still really proud of how far I have gotten. I don't think there's much else that I'm going to tell you about this week. Definitely, I literally just started this morning, so I'm definitely not finishing it for this vlog. However, I will be starting a whole new vlog tomorrow. Benson and I do have quite a few things going on tomorrow. We're supposed to have a picnic, and we were gonna go to a local park, but we just decided, because it's gonna be so warm, we're just gonna have a picnic right in the backyard, and that'll be really nice. And then I think we're gonna go to the mall. Pretty sure we're just gonna wrap up this vlog here so I can start fresh tomorrow. I know this has been really boring. Unfortunately, it's just been a long week of work, and it's probably going to be the same thing next week for the most part, minus Monday. And I'm going to try to do something besides work on Friday, just to liven up these vlogs a little bit. I feel really bad when it's just nothing but me giving updates, because I feel like it's really boring just listening to me talk over and over again without anything interspliced between. But yeah, if there's anything y'all want to see in the vlogs, please let me know, and I will try to make that happen. Unfortunately, with work being so sucky right now and me literally closing almost every single night, it's a little difficult, but I'm trying here. Yeah, other than that, I will see y'all next week.